Peace, peace, peace. This is your girl Sunshine. Uh had to take a little break last week with the replay. I hope y'all enjoyed Sister Dwena Simmons, aka Zawina. She is the truth. Fellow Jerseyan, you know how we do. But she is a dope sister. Check her out on Epiphany Radio as well. She's a guest in many houses on Clubhouse, because that's how we were introduced. And yeah, so I have some quick announcements. You know, still hosting the open mic on Thursdays at Pizza Twist. Anybody come through, they got specials for you on the meals. Especially if you get the combo with the drinks. Um, your girl has been attacked, just so y'all know. Um, Someone at work passed COVID off to me, so if I get hoarse in between this, just don't hold it against me. I broke my fever today, so sister been on it with the ginger, elderberry, all that good stuff. Um, you know, and I got my live alkaline water. You see this almost done. I ain't playing. I ain't playing. Shouts out to Soul Society, Heavy Energy University.com, the brothers T Walker and Born King. Those is my dudes for real. Still up and coming, me and my sons. We have our first children's book called I Can Do Anything. Stay tuned. It will be out there on Amazon. And I'm old school, hand to hand. Catch me in the street, catch me at the nearest pop-ups. We gonna make it happen for them. And also Shine Vibrations is coming up on the 1 year anniversary, September 30th. So I'm throwing a nice little event with my peoples at the Rich Lounge that he has. This is what it looks like. Give y'all a little check out of the ambiance. September 30th is a Saturday. This is down Charlotte, Harrisburg area. Welcome to come through. It'll be tickets. And also, if folks really want to get down how we supposed to, how about we make it a slam as well, and we can make this a yearly thing with a cash prize. So holla at your girl, let me know if you want to be in the slam, and we can talk about all the particulars in the background. But without further ado, I could not wait to get these two on my podcast. Um, I would have to say the first time that I was introduced was back in 2015 at, and I forgive me if I don't say it correctly, but the Hayati Theater in Durham for the Erotic Slam. My homegirls, shouts out to Vicky Pretty Words and Axiom and Juggalo Jimmy, aka Potts. They all was like, "Yo, you write poetry? Oh no, how you gonna be around us and not let us know?" So once I told them that and they heard some of my stuff, they was like, "Yo, you gotta come to the slam with us." And I will say this: before the slam started, I got a phone call when I was in the bathroom. So even though it was an erotic slam, everybody has to understand how they became solidified in my memory. My aunt Azalea had transitioned right before the start of the slam, and my aunt Helen calls me. She don't never call me this late. Mind y'all, these slams start like after midnight, grown folks hours. So you know how you just have that feeling. And I said, "Oh," I said, "I already know what it is." Like I knew exactly what it was. I said, "But you know what? I'm not going to answer the call because I'm not totally here for that. But I got the connection. I got the message. Soon as the morning hit, I'ma call her." And Vicky looked at me. She said, "You sure?" I said, "Yeah, bro, I got this." Like, honestly, y'all that know my story, I done been through a lot of transitions in my life, including my own daughter. So, things, my way of healing and being able to be more so like a conduit for others as they experience those same things. Um, my life experience just kind of helped me handle it and grow through it better because energy never dies, and once you understand that, the energy is always around you, so you could be as selfish as you want to, because now you don't have to crave the physical being no more because the energy is there. All you gotta do is talk to it, call on it. So everybody was fired that night, but these two stuck out. They stuck out so much that I have been talking about them throughout the years, and I haven't physically seen them since then. So if they made that much of an impression on me, I know that they will do the same for y'all, especially just finding out that they have been married for 15 years but together for 17, and that in itself is a blessing because people always claim that creatives cannot share the same space, but they done bulldozed the walls down on that. So I cannot wait to dive into this. I want y'all to see just how the lovely couple, they are, when I say the bomb, they are the bomb. Okay. And I'm just gonna put it out there at first because I know I kind of mentioned it and I didn't get like a total like okay. Like I know they can see me in the background, so I just like how I just put it out there like this, but I didn't get a total okay if they was going to spit some fire, but I really, really, really hope that they will. So without further ado, let me just go on and bring out It Is Cat and King Cotton for y'all.
Oh,
I just love how divine energy works. People say, look, excuse my mouth, say what the fuck they want about social media, but I come in peace. I use it for positive energy, and I found y'all.
right, yeah. Right, what's right. Up? What's up?
Good, good.
Oh man, y'all just like I was saying briefly, y'all really just don't know how much of an impression y'all have made, especially getting to know y'all and knowing what y'all are about and how people is out here messing up and y'all make it work. The life, the kids, the fact that you guys are in the same arena, and if you do compete, you don't compete where it tears you guys down. Like my view is that when y'all compete, it's to build each other up. It's like a challenge to add on. But so many people walk around with these jealous spirits and in relationships, like that is unheard of. Like, where did that come from?
Oh man. I would say, really, you probably envying your partner's pen. Really, that's the only thing I would think that will come from. Iron sharpens iron in this household.
Mm,
That's what we live by.
I know
Uh,
that's right.
iron in this household. I'm always able to take creative criticism from him as he is for me. So, and that crosses over not just from the arts, but just our overall relationship. So, yeah, iron sharpens iron.
Okay, so with the iron sharpens iron, how did y'all first meet?
We met we met actually through a blind date.
Okay.
Yeah, we was
I know other folks that have and been together forever, so hey, I'm not shocked.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was a year removed from Southeast. I graduated '05. She spent her senior year at Southeast. She graduated '06, but she was on the track team with my little brother and his girlfriend, and they set us up. Yeah,
Ooh.
they set us up.
Yeah, that was. I probably had been in Raleigh at that time. I probably was only in Raleigh for like 6 weeks at that time because it was. I got in Raleigh in January, And then I probably met him right the day after my 18th birthday. Yeah,
Like 3 4 days.
like 3 4 days after my 18th birthday, which was like March 30th, which my birthday is March 30th. And
Oh, that is my son's birthday, my oldest one.
okay,
Okay.
so you already know.
Yes.
So yeah, so I met him a couple of days after my 18th birthday after a track meet, and that was a wrap. We went to Applebee's and had dinner.
Shout out to
And then
Applebee's.
shout out to Applebee's in Garner. Is no longer there. It's an urgent care now, but it'll always be in my
That's
memory.
back when Applebee's used to be the joint.
Yeah, that's when it used to be the
Yeah,
joint.
That's why I
And,
said shout out to Applebee's because I know them
yeah.
drinks used to be busted back then. I don't know what happened later though.
And the next day, I called him and I was like, "Hey, you paid for dinner. Let me take you to the movies." And so,
Okay, right there. Okay, yes, 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 sis. I salute you. Yes, because I am so sick and tired of this war thing that we keep seeing on social media. And it's like, now, I will say, they like to say men didn't contribute to this, but they did. Some men told their daughters, if a man ain't paying for this, that, and the third, he
you
not
hold
worth it.
yourself down.
You feel what I'm saying? So in the meantime, you make sure you have your own money, you have your own answers, because if something happen, you get yourself up out of there. So then you also have the men who tell women, oh, don't worry about it, I got it, you don't never got to spend no money with me. Or they take offense that you offer your money when they ask you to go somewhere. So it's like, which vibes are we supposed to be going off of? Which one are we supposed to know that you are? You know what? How about I just know when we go out, we either expect them both to pay or exactly what you did. Since you paid for dinner, come on, let me take you out for lunch. Let me take you out for drinks. Let me take you to the movies. What is the issue? Why can't people understand it's a give and take?
Well, let me tell you, that's a topic that ain't gonna be. We ain't gonna be able to get through that all the way tonight. But what I can touch on is that we need to understand as women. I know that social media is creating a divide between the black man and the black woman. Let's go ahead and just put that out there. It's a divide that they're creating. It's very much there. Um, but in this aspect, before we, because that's a whole nother process. But in this process of dating, I think we need to understand that our men like to be dated as well. That's what we need to understand. Yes, if he asks you out on the first date, be prepared to set up the next date. Don't always think that it's up to him. And we were young. Like I said, I met him a couple of days after my 18th birthday. So this is not something that I just happened to know. I knew I really liked him, and I knew he had already paid, and he was a working man, and I was a working girl still in school. And if he's working, I'm working. Let me pay for this date this time. It was Dinner was a whole lot more expensive than movie and popcorn. Period.
Yeah, see? So how did you feel when she asked?
Um, yeah, it was different. It was different. It was cool. It was surprising. Ashley had to go consort my sister,
I was
and
about to ask. I know it made you go talk to somebody.
yeah, it did. I had to go. I had to go talk to my sister, and she was like, yo, she the one then. She was like,
And
she the
see,
one.
and I'm ooh.
Talk to my
You know
sister
what I'm saying?
JJ.
She was like,
Period.
if
What I'm telling you, man, if especially if we really digging you, we do believe. I believe you. Both of you guys operate in reciprocity, so that's evident. But when we really digging you, like, oh yeah, like, even I lead a tip. You paying for the dinner, I lead a tip. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? Like stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's never nothing like, and it could go, we could talk about that forever though. We really can. We
so
really can. And it just pains me that we don't see like how it's spiraling through social media. Like even if this was already in existence, people that have the power to not add on and to create a whole nother dynamic from this very same topic, they choose not to. They continue to pose questions that create a further divide instead of saying, okay, we know all these things, so what are we going to start doing with this? What are we going to start doing about that? Let's talk about this. You have this complaint. Okay, let's come up with some solutions. Let's come up with this one. Like a devout sister that I follow on social media. She has a podcast coming up, and she was asking about topics. Didn't post my comment to get likes. It really needs to be discussed. Women's accountability.
Mm.
I mean, I can't
something
speak about the men because I'm not a man. You feel what I'm saying? So I can only talk about me, myself, my sisters, my queens. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of us been hurt through so many different relationships, we don't understand what that is. And then brothers on the other hand done been through so many, excuse me, fucked up women that when they do come across a woman that understands the accountability, it's kind of hard for both to, you know what I'm saying, really try to, okay, are they just fucking with me? You know what I'm saying? Like you go through that portion of it. So
It's relationship trauma. I mean, at the end of the
yeah,
day, yeah.
exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
that's also because we get to a point where we, as humans, we get to a point where we're often thinking of what the other person is bringing to the table instead of being worried about what we
What
bring to the
we're going
table.
to say.
As individuals, if we all bring enough to the table, you ain't got to worry about what you're getting fed because you're gonna get enough. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get enough to go home with. So if you bring enough to the table and the other person is matching that, you know what I'm saying, or exceeding that, it's it's
Yeah. I think, we get caught up in a lot of what the other person is doing. And we speak from a place of a couple who's been through infidelity emotionally and physically, separation, back togetherness. So, I just want to put that there first. You know what I'm saying?
oh no, it ain't been no yellow brick road.
It has not been a yellow brick road. We are not being the perfect couple. You know what I'm saying?
But we
Yeah,
had to learn,
but we had
and
to learn.
that's what we done.
Um,
And it's not a matter of just learning, because that's what that conversation of black man, black woman is right now. Everybody is like analyzing the knowledge. Everybody's analyzing questions, but nobody's applying. Like you said, we know all this stuff, but where's the application? Where's you actually putting this to test? Not pump faking, because people pump fake as well.
All the
Not actually
time.
pump faking, not saying you doing it or giving it the, you know what I'm saying? Nah, we got to give it the old college hardy tries they used to call it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we not doing that for real. People not doing that in general. We pride ourselves on showing up for ourselves first before we can show up for each other. Because before we can show up for anybody, we have to show up for ourselves.
Ooh,
But
that's
we show up for
exactly
ourselves.
that right there. To hear that come from a brother, okay, that is so dope. And I know other brothers that do think and speak just like you, that agree with everything that you're saying. I just feel like y'all don't get enough shine. Like y'all get
there's a
overshadowed
lot. There's a lot of idiots out here on the wavelengths, and
on
those
both
are
sides though, because
on
it's a
both
lot of women
sides.
like us that don't get our shine because of you know, the sisters that we still got to claim because they are sisters. They just in that realm of children and fools got to get looked after too. Forgive them, Father, for they not know what they do, even though they do know. We ain't even going front. They know what they doing.
You know,
They chasing the bag in a different light. I'm not a hater, but it's just like you gotta have a little bit more to go with that because a lot of that ain't gonna last long. You know, men, I don't, hey, like I said, I'm not a man, but from what I could tell from the brothers that I've been around and uncles, and y'all could get bored with us rather quickly if it ain't more to us.
she ain't got no
Because
substance.
that can, I mean, but that can go into that whole conversation versus man versus woman. I don't really like that. We have to understand, both on both sides. As much as we claim, that there's not good or the opposite or whatever you into, there is. You're just looking in the wrong places. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really all it is. And we have a hard time actually looking at ourselves as the problem. Like, what you mean I'm looking in the wrong places? You looking in the wrong places because first of all, you ain't find yourself. So how you gonna find that other individual if you ain't found yourself? And that's a whole other conversation. So
Mhm.
people
Bing.
just
Y'all, you see they dropping points, right? I hope y'all put a little star by that nugget too.
they be looking in the wrong places for what they looking for. You got to know what you're looking, where you looking, and how to find it. You can't.
Well, that makes me feel better about what I be really saying. Like, you got to be your own piece before you try to run out here and be somebody else's piece. If you are not comfortable with yourself in your own space, in your own time, do you know how many people say to me, "How can you sit in the house by yourself with no noise, nothing, all day?" Cause it's me. I don't got no problems with me.
Right, right, right.
I love it's me and my thoughts. It's peace. No noise, no hustle and bustle, no typewriters, no this, no kids, no nothing. Just me and my
But
thoughts and my energy and my spirit.
but because we're so consumed with all the distractions that is being fed to us on the daily, it's hard for that mental stillness for people to get. Um,
I mean, that's also hard because people use their relations. For some people, their relationships are a distraction. Like, people don't admit it, but their spouse is another distraction. And when they're bored with the distraction, it's no longer fun. It's no longer interesting. It's no longer entertaining.
Many times, what we see in our partners are
Mirrors.
mirrors. Thank you, mirrors
Mhm.
of what we are feeling in the inside, right? So a lot of times,
Projection.
projection. A lot of times, I'm gonna speak for myself. When I am feeling insecure about something, when I haven't talked something out, when I haven't, let my avatar become drained from just not being myself, right?
Mhm.
Um, I'll start looking at like, you always on your phone. You ain't sitting in the living room here with us when we always in here with us. Start nitpicking at things, but really, I've secluded myself in the office. I've withdrawn. I'm always on my phone, right? I'm seeing those things that I'm doing as well. It's a
Mhm.
mirror effect that we do to at times. Those cause bad spots in relationships.
Yeah. They can definitely be some treacherous paths for some folks, depending on how much fire gets fueled into all of that.
If we're being honest, you know what I'm
Yeah. Yeah,
saying?
if we are being honest, but then it's like with honesty, emotions get wrapped in it, but not everyone that gets so emotionally filled in it use those same emotions against the other person. But then you got some that do. And then you got some that will assume that that's what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like you gotta. Now we done got it all out. We being honest, everything is on the table. But now what has been honest or what's been thrown out there is now being used against me as a weapon. It's being weaponized now in some way. So it's like, what what can help those that get to that point where they don't allow that to happen in you guys' experience?
Um,
What
well, if
realization of
people,
worth.
I'm about to say,
Hmm.
oftentimes when we weaponize words, somewhere along the line we haven't been honest with emotions. Because often when we weaponize words, it's something that we've held in until we've sharpened that sword. Like, you can't use a sword until it's sharpened. You know what I'm saying? The blacksmith get it all right and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean he ain't had a plan for making the sword.
Or when to use it.
Right. Oftentimes we hold on to feelings, and that's not an honest emotion. Holding on to feelings. Oftentimes we'll hold something in until it
To
becomes useful. You know
fuel
what I'm saying?
that
Yeah.
jab.
Yeah.
To fuel
So
that
you
jab.
know, and you talking to a person that comes from somebody that had to learn how to. I wouldn't necessarily say I took low blows because women still hold the title for that. Y'all can't nobody. It's always like for him to say his name. Y'all go for the juggle, and it's like, she really just say that? Like, and there's nothing I can respond to that. But you talking
Mm,
about a person that come from a family, like I grew up in a family where we didn't hold punches. Like it wasn't nothing for us to say anything reckless to each other. And
mhm.
when we were younger and we got together, we had our moments where we did have those disagreements and we were talking reckless to each other. That's kind of what me hearing myself and also realizing how deep a person can cut. That's kind of what made me want to reel myself in as far as my weaponizing words because you know it's easy to always wield a weapon. It's not easy to take a blow from a weapon.
Mhm.
It's easy to cut, but it's not easy. It's not easy to take a cut. Like that's a whole different dressing of a wound. That's something you got to recover from. Yeah, so we're just gonna put down the swords all together. At least I am. I ain't.
See, this is why I love them. I tried to tell y'all when I tell y'all they fire, they fire. Like, so wait, sis said her when is your birthday?
Mine.
Yeah.
Make sure I'm a Taurus.
See, look. You know, we all up in here. You feel what I'm saying? Because
Oh my God.
okay, so let me run it down for you real quick. My oldest son is March 30th. Okay. I am April 25th. My baby boy is May 14th. So,
Oh my God.
Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting dynamic. You
and
know
then
that.
we all see that's what it was. It was the energy. I knew what it was. I knew it. I
I
knew
mean,
it. So
according
I can
to
understand y'all dynamic now. So that what makes it even better. Like, oh my God.
according to the zodiac, though, Taurus and Aries is
We're
not.
not supposed to work
We're
according
not
to the
supposed to
zodiac.
work,
But
but if
no,
it
that's what no,
does,
and
but
this
if
is
it
what I tell
does,
everybody about the zodiac,
yeah.
and I don't knock people because I'm around a lot of people who are very intelligent, and this is what they do, and they be on it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But the character of the person is still the one major dynamic that supersedes all of that.
Oh
Right,
You know what
God.
I'm
right,
saying? So all of those things, yes, do matter, but the ultimate package is who going to carry through. You know what I'm saying? So when you start to see the little stuff, oh well, I understand where that shit come from. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Yeah, some of that shit done dropped in you today, huh?
yeah, no, it's listen, like I said, they say we're not supposed to make it, but they say if we do make it work, it's one of the most beautiful companionships ever.
Exactly,
That,
exactly.
that whole, that whole,
That goes with any person though. Let's just put that out there. If
fire,
Yes,
if
that whole
if
yes.
fire
the
thing, like,
energy and the pull and the tug and the fire and the everything is worth it and it just keeps you like up here about that person, it's worth making it work. That
yeah.
in
See, now,
itself, without all the zodiac, if you feel like that, all of that is a reason to make like, let's go do this thing.
right. Yeah, nah. See, people be fearful of Aries and they fire that. The whole fire sign thing. I grew up with a Leo as a mother, so that whole fire thing don't bother me. Like I'm an Earth sign. What happens to Earth after it's burnt by fire? It's renewed.
It's
She do what she do.
renewed,
And
new
I just
beginnings. Hey! That's why I write an 8 in my name for new beginnings. You feel me? Through the fire, baby.
Okay, honey, and he has. Okay, this
yeah, don't get it twisted because she done had to be Matador too.
I trust me. I understand. I
I let her think she got it. You know what I'm saying? The Ram, you just have to let them run around and do what they do. You know what I'm saying? She like to hit her head on stuff.
She like to hit her head a few times.
Too many times in life where I used to try to save her from hitting head on stuff. I was like, no, you gotta learn. So I just
He
watch
said,
her.
"No, she gotta learn."
Eventually, she got tired of hitting the head on shit.
I think my yeah, I think what I just called him the other day and I was just like, yo, I hate it when you tell me something and it then comes to existence and I have to just be like,
Yo, High five, brother. You know, we got that. You feel me? We got that. That's what we
They
do.
don't.
Crazy.
She don't
Crazy.
believe. Like they don't believe. Like when I tell people, like they don't understand. Like Taurus is one of the more tapped in signs of the zodiac. Like y'all don't understand like energy. Like I be telling people, like my energy awareness, my energy perception is like ridiculous. Like I can feel what people feeling, and then they say it. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, I could have told you what she was about to say. Or sometimes I say it when they be like, bro, how you know? I literally felt your energy. Like,
You start talking to
yeah, I
somebody and
literally,
you say something and they be like, "Oh, well, this just happened. Now, how else could I know that?" Especially if this you ain't tell me until I said what I said. So it got to be confirmation because what energy don't lie. It don't.
Energy don't lie.
No. So listen, before we get any further, we got to take a musical break, okay? So just so y'all know, the Blast Artist of the Week is sponsored by the Lee Law Firm. If you are in the Dallas and Fort Worth area and need legal assistance, go to Facebook and look up the Lee Law Firm, as well as after the Blast Artist of the Week video, there will be an ad for them. And this week we have the Michael Obade Band with Leave This Town.
Take me by the hillside. The river flows right where I stand. Save me from the rising tide. The water crests the broken dam. I don't know all the reasons why, but soon I'll have to say goodbye. I'm gonna grab a beer, maybe sit right here for a moment till the sun goes down. I'm gonna grab a beer and maybe sit right here for a moment till the sun goes down. I'm gonna leave this town. Oh, I'm gonna leave this town. Drive me down a country road, navigate the twisted bed. Show me if my movement's slow. Just wonder how this trip will end. I don't know all the reasons why, but soon I'll have to say goodbye. I'm gonna grab a beer, maybe sit right here for a moment till the sun goes down. I'm gonna grab a beer and maybe sit right here for a moment till the sun goes down. I'm gonna leave this town. Oh, I'm gonna leave this town. Oh. Say goodbye. I'm gonna grab a beer and maybe sit right here for a moment till the sun goes down. I'm gonna grab a beer and maybe sit right here for a moment till the sun goes down. I'm gonna leave this town. I'm gonna leave this town. I'm gonna leave this town. I'm gonna leave this town.
peace, peace, and we are back. Now, if you are an independent artist or spoken word poet, even up and coming comedian looking for some exposure, then head on over to blast24music.com and register for the FREE. That's for the free. But hold on, Blast Music isn't just for artists, it's also for the fans. So if you love great music like what you just heard tonight, and if you want to hear hundreds of more artists who was willing to share their music with you, then go ahead and you register as well for the FREE at blastmusic247.com. That's blastmusic247.com, changing the industry one artist at a time. So I was putting that out there for y'all too. That's like my little trigger that I do. My little signature for my peoples that I get onto the show. Um, you know, so um, how has poetry played an intricate part in your relationship, your union, your journey together?
So poetry has been there from the jump. It became more prevalent. I can't talk today. Prevalent when me and Jock was separate when we were going through our separation. So when we first got together, Jock was just always writing me poetry. I mean, always writing me poetry. It wasn't until when we were going through our rough period. I don't think we had separated yet, but we were going through our rough period. And I ended up writing a piece, and I'm going down to the art museum up here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and Desana Ahanu, and it was a couple of people, Desana Hanu, and who else was up there?
Shots out
Hot
to
was
the
up there.
signs. Shots out.
Hot.
Uh-huh.
G. What was G's? What's G's name?
I can't never pronounce his name right.
Yeah, but
G. Why you gonna make me do this online?
My bad. But
My bad, bro. We love you still.
we still love you, right? It's very prevalent to the story. So
G.
Makaza.
Yeah, is Yamakaza?
Yamakaza. I think that's what it is, G. Yamakaza. But we were there at the art show, and so it was supposed to be a slam. Okay, I don't know nothing about no slam. I came with one piece on my heart that God gave me that I wrote. Okay, one piece. And the song was like, "You got all three of your pieces," and I was like, "No, I got one piece." And he was like, "Okay, that's okay. You're gonna be our sacrificial poet." And I was just like,
Oh, you got one. The sign don't play. Shouts out to the brother. I ain't mad at him. He is
right.
all hell. He
We're
not gonna
still gonna
deny
get
you to get on the mic though. He will never
at
do
all.
that. But he gonna find a way to use you.
Period. And that's what he did. Nervous as shit. Nervous as dog did. Okay. Went up there, said my poem, and shaded all sorts of tears because we was really going through. And that kind of just opened more doors. That's when they were downtown. It used to be the old subway across the street from the courthouse. It was spoken lingo back then before it became City Soul. When we first then started doing the open mics.
Okay.
And then it took a whole nother story. But I'm gonna give you the first part. I'm gonna let Jock tell you his first part. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I was going to spoken lingo by myself.
You was going by spoken lingo by yourself?
Yeah.
And then
I pretty much wrote poetry all my life. Rap, poetry, same difference to me. I just always like to play with words. But I used to write poetry when we first got together. Then during the separation, that was pretty much my outlet. I've never been a big journaler or that daily entry stuff and all that. I get it works for some people. I just feel like I'm trying to make myself stay to a commitment that I'm not gonna keep, and it creates another mental cell for myself to make myself daily journal. So I wrote poetry as an outlet. And, found out about spoken lingo from our I had actually had my stuff from her performing at the art museum. Uh, she posted on GS Poetry,
Yes. Shout
and
out to
then
GS Poetry.
probably like a week
Okay.
later, probably like a week later, I posted some of my stuff on GS Poetry, and like within like 2 or 3 days of it being up there, Anonymity. He was going by Anonymity at the time. Shout out to T. Shout out to Terrence. Um, he hit me up on GS Poetry, and he was like, "It's this open mic that's going on every Wednesday night downtown at Port City, Java." He was talking
Yeah.
about spoken lingo, and so I came out because I was during that time of separation. That's when I really found myself because we technically have been together since kids. Like government, we was legal, 18. You know what I'm saying? It's legal
Yeah.
age, but most men really don't. You know, speaking for men, most of us, any man that's really being honest to you, will tell you that he really didn't fully grow up from that time about. And I'm not just talking about doing grown up things. I'm talking about actually mentally growing up. You know what I'm saying? And applying yourself. You know, as a man should. Probably then some would say as early as 24. Some would say as late as probably like 27, 28. It didn't start kicking in. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was probably about 23, 24 around that time when we separated. So yeah, that was my outlet, spoken lingo. I was doing it. Then, writing that Drake shit, back then, that emotional stuff.
That Drake shit.
Before Drake was doing it, you know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, and that really got me through. And then I started writing stuff to her during the separation, you know what I'm saying? Performing and whatnot, and at the open mics and whatnot. It was cool.
During that first part, because we were going through marriage counseling and into church real heavy, we had opportunities to start performing with our church and doing the marriage counseling retreats and things like that. So that was the first part of how we got introduced into poetry. Now the erotic portion of that came about a whole different way. And by this time,
I mean, not really a whole different way, because we met at church from the art museum and spoken lingo. You know, spoken lingo.
So it kind of just
spoken lingo was
it all just blended.
Yeah, it was just full circle. You know, spoken lingo was churches and the Sons event before there was a city soul. So
shout out to church.
Yeah.
His little short self.
Yeah, shout out to Big Bro.
Don't do Big Bro like that.
Little Big Bro. But I love him. I love him. Shouts out to church. This is not no blows, bro. You know how we get down, bro. You know, I'm always supportive. I'm always there. I hosted Axiom's birthday party up there. For him, and church and all of them came out, so it was dope to get to see everybody all under one roof again. You know, like I miss being around y'all. I can't wait to do it again. Type stuff. Okay, hint. Put that out there too. Even though now I'm not in Greensboro, I'm in Charlotte. I've been in Charlotte the last 4 years. So
how do you like? I mean,
yeah. I ain't going back to Greensboro. I ain't going back to Greensboro. Just so you know that I ain't going back to Greensboro.
Understood.
Yeah, you know, being from up north, and you know, Greensboro was cool for me for what I needed, but then you know, Charlotte, you know, even though with the stuff everywhere is getting more expensive, but for what I want to be a part of, even though I go to Greensboro a lot because I have ties there, I got family ties, you know, soul ties to folks in the arts community. So if my peoples is having something, I'm going back to support because that's what we did for each other. Just because I move an hour away shouldn't stop me from supporting. So, you know, there's some people who are not loyal like that, but you know, Bulls, we loyal. You better get one on your team. I'm trying to tell you, because when we really fucks with you, we fucks with you. And that's what it is. Like, you know, the other folks will get the horns, you know, messing around with those that you know we love. So you know, it's honest. When you locked in with us, you locked in. You can't get rid of us. It's the energy, right, bruh? It's the energy.
It is.
Not taking away from you, sis, but it's definitely the energy.
Let me tell you, as an Aries, right? You know what I'm saying? We'll dip out on your ass. Okay, we are okay. We are okay with giving the pieces and being okay. We sometimes don't. We have loyalty to you know, sometimes we have loyalty to things that we just shouldn't have to. That's a whole nother
Yes.
story. But you understand, it has no comparison to a Taurus. Okay, it's just none. But when he got serious, when he really got serious in our separation,
we're not gonna be loyal to nobody.
Yeah, when he got really,
but if you deserve
Exactly.
it,
For
if you
real.
deserve it, we like she said, we locked in. You know,
Like and that be the like I say we are so simple in that, especially like when I speak for myself, like I'm locked in. Like if I show you and I'm telling you and I'm there every step of the way, you know what I'm saying? Like what else is there? You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm simple. I don't really require much. Just you be honest. I'm here. I'm rocking with you. And I don't care what the issue is. Open your mouth and talk to me.
yeah. But see, and
communication is so important.
That's why a lot of people have a
so
hard time. That's why a lot of other signs
Cut
have
dry.
a hard time dating a
Cut dry.
Taurus, because that level of honesty, integrity, character mixed with that bluntness, it makes them uncomfortable.
Shakes
but
your
they
soul.
don't. But they don't understand.
Shakes your soul.
But they don't understand.
If you're not prepared for it, if you're not prepared for it, baby.
But they don't understand.
Have you meeting with your traumas, okay? Woo, okay,
But
baby.
they don't understand that it really comes from a place of a level of where we hold ourselves accountable. Like it's not like we just out here wanting y'all, you know what I'm saying, wanting them, you know. We hold ourselves to such a high
standard.
Like,
and if I'm fucking with you, that means I see you the same way, if
right,
not better.
Right.
If not better.
And see the thing, especially with me being a man, it messes, especially like because I have more women friends than I do men friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, and
I'm okay with that, ladies. I need y'all to know that.
Yeah, that's not no big thing.
Even them, they don't. And I guess the way I move, it makes them uncomfortable. Cause like even them, they don't know how to take it sometimes. Like, yes, I'm a married man, but I'm still before that, I'm still a man. I'm still an individual. Like she don't own me, I don't own her. We're able to move separately. Like, you know what I'm saying? We are able to do that. You know what I'm saying?
We talk about everything, boo. This is grown, okay? This is shine vibrations, shine y'all asses off. Do you hear me?
When I say they're not ready for the ownership,
I know what you're talking about because I always say to people, we are not possessions. Like, I was in a polygamy household. Do you understand what I'm saying? As an early young child. So, and it started because my father did step out on his wife. But once my mother got pregnant, they met each other. And my other Umi said, well, this is our baby now. And she said, and she said, this is our baby now. He went out there and do whatever, but we always gonna be connected. They end up becoming locked in and best of friends. Like, now my Umi transitioned when she was 28. My other Umi is still here. My father's first wife. She's still here to this day. You feel what I'm saying? And I would never, ever turn my back on that woman. Do you understand me? What they showed me through their relationship as real sister wives, because you know, and no knocking people who on the polyamorous stuff, but you know, a lot of people confuse it. Like, if you really walk in this life, you need to know exactly what the fuck you out here doing. Basically, you ain't gonna be telling people you living a polygamy life and doing polyamorous stuff, because the shit don't go together. It really don't. This is either where you at or this is where we at. You feel what I'm saying? And they were a true polygamy household that really started because of my other Umi. My father ended up getting locked up. So when my mom was in labor with me, I was born on his birthday. Yeah, my father's a bull too. I got it bad, sis. I got it bad. On his birthday, do you hear me? Okay. So, you know, but watching them take care of us the way that they did got me to the point where I could understand. Now, some women say that it's just too much and it's crazy, but I can understand where, hey, you go over there as long as you make sure you back here, whatever, and everything is taken care of over here, we good. Like, I seen that. Where they said old school, the woman took care of the home and knew that the husband was stepping out and this, that, third, but he always came home with the check. I saw that. You know what I'm saying? But no one was neglected at the same time. That's a whole nother spectrum of it that people don't discuss. And people aren't willing to put in that work. But I saw it. It works, but it has to work for the people involved. And then when people find out that you understand this stuff, then they think that you always operating like that. No. If I'm connected with you and I'm telling you I'm with you, just because I that don't mean I'm out there doing that.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I have to operate off the energy that I'm given. If you telling me this is what you want, then okay, let's sit down and see if this is really what you want and if you really prepared for that life. Cause I could be a part of that too. You feel what I'm saying? But now polyamorous, people share whatever, that's your business. You feel what I'm saying? But people that are involved, there's a communication thing. But that's what it is in every relationship. It shouldn't just be because you live in a different lifestyle. If everybody communicate like you're supposed to, we wouldn't even have the BS that we see on social media amongst us. Because we
Well,
entertaining everybody else. Because there's not no other race that's out there dogging the other one but us.
exactly. Me and Jocks always say a lot. We practice poly. We always say all the time that poly is not just an intimate thing.
That's
It
right.
is a
It's really a
deeper
basis
connection.
of how
It's
we
a
should treat everybody.
everybody.
You know what I'm saying? It
um
comes with a certain level of integrity and honesty that a lot of people just ain't
Ain't
ready
with.
for. And polyamory, speaking on polyamorous, like you said, there are people that do more of the sharing, but there's two sides to polyamory, because you do have what they call your polycues, where people have 3 or 4, and it's just them, and they're pretty much building the wealth and the village or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But then you do have your other side of polyamory where it's more open. That's where you typically find your more open people where they sharing your swingers that try to fly under the polyamory, you know what I'm saying, radar. They try to slide. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
we
So,
all see you. We know who you is.
I mean,
We know you.
and it's crazy because we were back then. It wasn't no labels on it. We live in a society now where everything has to be labeled. It has to be in a nice little neat package with a label on
You
it for us.
just do you and I'ma do me. I'ma do me. That's the era we come from.
We practice before we consider, like we had a girlfriend or friends with benefits at like 1920, like, you know what I'm saying, and that was before we stepped out on each other. So it wasn't like we stepped out on each other and
And then
that
tried
pushed
to
us
do
in the
that.
right, you know what I'm saying. We more so stepped out on each other just because we thought that's something, like bad examples in relationships. We thought that's just something
that's something
you
you
post
do.
greed. You know what I'm saying? Entertaining greed, real talk. It was
Being
just
sneaky.
it was just natural to be greedy at that
Yeah.
time, supposedly. So the programming in society pushes on you, or either the bad examples or whatever that you see of people doing the same thing. But once we realize that that's with a certain level of honesty and integrity, you don't have to move like that. Like, I can literally, for example, I don't like to look at women like pieces of meat, but if we was to go out right now, you know what I'm saying, we see something we like, but like, man, I want that. You know what I'm saying? I want that. I can go get that with no issue. I mean, I'm a Taurus. We know how to be as
We
blunt.
just ahead. And that's why I'm laughing, because I felt it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go get that because we have that level of honesty and integrity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I don't own her. Like, I see men when it be funny. I see men when they into
Wait,
my,
let me tell
like, you
you
know what I'm saying? Like,
the perfect, let me tell you what I did to our neighbors just the other day. Okay.
Oh
So we're
gosh.
coming in. We've been on a weight loss journey for about 9 months now. And so, I'm coming up the stairs. I'm breathing hard. My knees is hurting. Okay, ladies. Megan knees requires daily exercises on these knees. Okay. Period. Rotten dick knees require you to exercise your knees on a daily.
Hey.
So anyway, I am making my ass up the stairs to the second floor. Okay. I'm breathing hard. Okay. So he comes with his most hardest line. He was like, "Hey, you need help carrying all that up the stairs?" So me being the person I am, I said, "No, I got it." Right. So he ain't see Jock big ass come around the corner.
Ooh,
And so we just a laughing kiki because it's funny to me. So he said, ha 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 ha. So Jock said, "What y'all laughing about?" He go, "Oh, nothing, bro. I was just asking she needed some help down the stairs." He go, "My
nah, that ain't what
happy
he
ass."
said. That
What
ain't
do
what
you
he
say? What do you
said.
say?
that
That ain't
ain't
what
what
he
you
said.
said.
Nah, he ain't realized who I was because that was his first time seeing. He realized who I was, and he was like, "Man, I was just telling her that she had a whole lot to carry up there, and I was trying to give her some help with carrying it up there." So as he in the middle of saying that, she was like, "Yeah, babe, that's what he said." And when she said "babe," he was like, "Oh
Oh.
shit, man, I ain't say that. I ain't say that.
Hey, I
He was gonna
appreciate the
help her
brother's
down
honesty
the
though.
stairs. He
I
was gonna help me
appreciate
carry
that
my
brother's
ass up the
honesty though.
stairs.
Ah, I mean, but that ain't never bothered me as a man. Like even when we first got together, like even at a young age, like I literally used to want us to get dressed up just so we could go to the mall, and I would literally stay back like 10, 15 paces just to
Yeah,
let
so
her
you
start. Like,
watch. Well,
that's
let me find out that was part of
You
your
know what I'm saying?
foreplay, bro. Let me find out.
You don't have
Let
five
me,
kids
baby,
for no
let's go out.
reason.
Let me watch you walk and see how you
you know
turn
what I'm saying?
heads.
I mean, that was just me. I ain't never had a problem with.
Boy,
I mean, I
oh boy, when I tell you Tauruses, boy, we terrible.
I mean, but that's the thing though. When you go to a restaurant and you look at the menu, you may pick one dish, but there's not other dishes that you like. Damn, I wish I would have tried that. I mean, we have to be real with ourselves as humans. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason why we do practice polyamory, because for me to feel like it's to say that I can't give her everything. I can, but that's for her to define. It's not for me to feel like, you know what I'm saying, that's my job to try to give her everything. Because there's literally people that kill themselves trying to give somebody everything, and they may not be they everything. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's not to say that somebody else might can't be something else to her. That doesn't take away what we have. That doesn't diminish it at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been in a relationship with other women, and with some of them, I had to get them to understand, like, the love is not a competition. You know what I'm saying? Like, although me and her, we've been established longer or whatever, it's not a competition in how much I can love either one of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Because I can end up loving you the same amount I love her. I can end up loving you more, but that's not to take away what
From what you
Right,
already
what
built
we
with
have
her.
right.
individuals or
That's
what we
right.
have together. You know what I'm saying? So when
That's
they
that
look at
competition
us,
piece that I was talking about earlier.
Too hard about it because we're thinking that the sex is what defines the relationship. But if we understand that we have these same relationships with the people that we call bruh and sis, we're just not sleeping with them. It should click because if I'm communicating, if I'm being fluid with the people that I call my sis, my bruh, I'm being honest with them, being 100% with them, then everybody's been communicated with. Now, when I add the sexual aspects to it, of course that changes because we are now then sharing a deeper energy. But
Hmm.
it's the same concept, y'all. I want my homegirls, my bitches, my sisters, you know what I'm saying? I want them to have I want to be able to reach out to them and have deep, meaningful conversations, just like when I say have deep, meaningful conversations with y'all. Right. When I know that I haven't put in the time with them, when I know that they haven't put in the time with me, our relationships become strained. It's no different. That doesn't mean I'm sleeping with these women. That is just
That's
how
right.
relationships are. There is no difference in these relationships outside of when we become intimate. We supposed to treat each other with the same everything, y'all. It's supposed to be the same everything. I just
Indeed.
indeed, yes, indeed.
So, speaking of this erotic poetry that we keep alluding to, you know, uh can you bless the folks with what I know already about y'all?
Oh yes. Well, I would like to, just announce to the folks. I don't know when the next Adam and Eve will be, but I am. Me and my team are currently. Team Eves are currently the champion holders right now for the
You
last
keep
event.
saying that as if like it's not tied.
Okay, well,
Yay!
Okay, so
okay,
y'all won the
we,
last event, but y'all had to tie it
we
up.
tied it up. And
So
so we're
y'all went from
So
losing
when did that?
to
So when did these kick off? Come on, so run your mouths, because that's what this is about too. Tell
yeah,
about all that
you
you
went
got
from
going
losing to
on and
making
the
the East the
upcoming
last. Come
so
on,
events.
man.
When is this?
Now if y'all break the tie, y'all take the lead, then you can pop your
So
shit.
the
You know
next
what
Adam
I'm
and
saying?
Eve has not been planned. So we had the last one was last September. I think this year he's doing a different compilation for that. So compilation,
What was that word? You mean combination?
combination, yeah, different combination. What I say, compilation.
It sound like you added combination,
The
complimation together.
compilation. Yeah, that was a different. That was a different one there.
Ooh,
A poet to make up
Spitting
a word on
fire.
you in a
Look,
heartbeat. You
you
know
heard
what I'm
right.
saying?
She's
A poet
spitting
to make up a
fire.
word on you in a heartbeat.
I'm
And you won't even
artistic.
That's
know it. You'll be
right.
next day you'll be using that word like it's a real
Period. Like
word.
it's a real
That's
Yeah.
word.
right.
You
That's
can
right.
add it to Google.
Compilation. What the hell?
You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
That's
What's
the
the combination?
combination of a combination and a compilation. You ain't never heard of that?
You ain't never
Period.
heard of that.
Same
Okay.
thing. Same thing. Same thing. So we don't know when he's gonna do that combo. combo. But definitely stay
We do
tuned.
know it's a matter when we all sit down because he's waiting for us or whatever. We have to sit
Is that
down
what
and
he's waiting for?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We have
Oh,
to sit
he's
down because of
waiting.
the show. Yeah, it's a different yeah, I got some like I told him I got some stuff that I'm cooking up. I feel like a mad scientist, I wanna
Oh,
this
he's
last
stepping
one
up
because
in the lab. Look at the wrists on that
yeah,
ass.
as far as men versus women, as far as we've been doing it with the Adam and Eve, I think this is gonna be the last one as far as the men versus women format. I got some other things in mind that I've been talking to Big Bro about, but yeah, it'll probably be close to the end of this year because we gotta break this tie. We gotta break this tie, and this, you know what I'm saying. We gotta show them. We gotta show.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. Hey, but while we on the subject, you know what I'm saying, because we are gonna be looking for talent for the teams. You know what I'm saying. So anybody out there, men and women, you feel like you got the bars, and I ain't talking about what I'm saying, no Dr. Seuss stuff. You know what I'm saying. This is you gotta come with this.
they gonna show y'all what you gotta come with. So when they spit, you gonna know what you need to come, how you need to come. Okay.
Did you want to do like individual and then like a combo? It's been a
Look, look,
while
look.
since you haven't heard us since 2015. I'm gonna probably do
Look.
it.
I've been sneaking, and I see when y'all at other people events, and I was like, "Ooh, they still fire." So, y'all look, y'all don't even have to switch up. Y'all could go straight in. Y'all could look. Y'all could go on and give it to us how you want it.
Okay, okay. I am. I'm gonna do mine individually first. It's been. I'm gonna give Mr. Cotton a moment. Let me see. Let me see. Um, this one is called. This is oh shit. Uh,
Mm.
we got 5 kids, y'all. Please
Oh
excuse
yes,
me.
yes. No, look, the babies is fine. We understand. We love we love the kids.
One of the kids, okay. This is called "Fuck Me Poetically." Okay.
Mm.
I want you to fuck me poetically. Using your words to formulate penetration I can mentally feel. I want to be able to close my eyes and imagine you pulling my panties to the side, slowly finger my cerebellum, but wait. I want you to make sure that all the other poets are watching. While you slowly insert your words to lyrically gag me with your heavy wordplay, I will relax my throat to fully take in what you have for me. forcing your extended vocabulary in while keeping the pace of the alphabets. A, B, C, D. You stop to check on the sloppy words you cut my mouth to produce. With anticipation to dine, you no longer plan to feed me knowledge but to take of it. But before you take your lips to meet my cat, you take a moment to marvel at the origin where your words were originally created. Teasing my click with quick licks you plan. A simple distraction, keeping me from noticing you coiling your arms around my quivering thighs. Eats me. Saying it's as if I didn't know what was coming. You kept me coming with every lick of your page turn, and you continue to feed yourself on my pussy literature. Fighting to keep my creative writings tight under lock and key, you search the pages of my unfinished pieces of poems. Leaking metaphors, dripping similes. Mm.
Mm.
Pick that back up. Leaking metaphors, dripping similes, gushing analogies, digesting the contents like it was alphabet soup, glutton. Your eyes bigger than your head, you moan, feed me. I see more now why they call you wordplay, verses dripping from your lips. You was ready to deliver your dictation, your pen hardened, throbbing, ready to correct my stances because I forced your lyrical hand. I mean, damn. I admired your penmanship, fucking up pens to pads, making pussies gushies from the thrashing of your double entendres. Made you reframe your lines because you kept saying rewind when I repeated my favorite line.
Mm.
Faster and harder, you emphasize them bars to send back shots to my cerebral cortex, drawing vivid pictures of your rhyme schemes. Go in, poet, strokes your manhood. I mean your pen. When you talk that shit, I'm just anticipating the climax of us fucking poetically.
Ooh.
And that is fucking meaning poetically. Yes, sir. You
Yes,
sharing?
sir. Yes, sir.
You sharing something?
Yeah, I mean, you done shared. I gotta share
Okay,
something.
yeah.
Of
It
course. What you
wouldn't.
talk about?
It wouldn't be right.
Tell the people what you got on your mind.
Man, I guess I'll do Big Ego.
Big ego.
Yeah.
Okay.
She said, "I like your big ego, but I need to know that you can back it up, that you can smack it up, put it down, flip it, and reverse it.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, can you back it up?" I told him, "Baby, I nicknamed my dick Hound Dog because when he stand up, he getting straight to the point. And you looking like a deer, fair game, and I'm a hunter, and you are my main aim. And watching you dance, the way you shake that ass to Bambi, you gonna get these big bucks, and I ain't talking racks. Think 12 gauge shotgun, a long epidural, because you getting long shots to your back. The tight stroke from the waist down leave you paralyzed. Now you looking down disappointed at both legs because they told you they was gonna hold you up, but they looking like a paralyzed. Thinking you was gonna get up, not seeing the confidence how I sling my cocky. I think you need a new pair of eyes. Thinking you was gonna get up after the. Let me take that back. 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 Let me take that back.
Take it back. Take it back.
Now you're looking down at both legs disappointed because they told you they was gonna hold you up. Now you're looking like a paralyzed. Thinking you was gonna get up after the contact of this stroke, that's where you're paralyzed. Not seeing the confidence in how I sling my cocky, I think you need a new pair of eyes. I'm teasing you as your sex slave. I'm masturbating. You gonna get more than 40 acres of donkey dick tonight. Reparations. Tonight I'm taking your underground railroad to free all our people. Emancipation. I need you pushing white kids out of your melanin. Segregation. I need you to allow my white kids to play in your melanin. Integration. No hesitation. When I take an oath to press a dent in the walls of your Oval Office, I'm bridging the gap and saving the nation. So I can guarantee you won't be able to stand after I address the union. After I address the union from this big ego administration.
Good job.
Woo! When I tell you what, you know, that's that fire, you know, them Tauruses, baby. I'm just saying.
You had a combo too?
Go on, get a compilation. Go on, get your compilation on.
Okay. We're gonna try to do this one from memory.
Or anything you can do with sweet trees.
Oh, sweet. What you say, sweet trees?
Sweet trees.
Anything
Yeah,
you can do
that
or
would be
sweet
something new
trees.
that you haven't heard. Sweet trees. Yeah, says 2015.
Look. Doing both.
But she like doing both.
Do them both. Just do them
Do
both.
them both. Do them both.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Which one we going first?
We're gonna attempt sweet treats all the way through. We're gonna attempt that. We're gonna do this. No rehearsal. Go ahead.
Oh no
It's not
rehearsal.
gonna, okay. I start the poem.
No, we start together on sweet treats. We start together.
Oh yeah, we do. Okay. 1, 2, 3. It's 1:57 in the morning, and I'm craving something sweet. Damn, my sweet tooth acting up. See, I call him Sugar Daddy.
And I call her Sugar Mama.
Fulfilling his sweetest desires throughout life like a box of chocolates, you know exactly what you're about to get. Pink oozing. Pink cream filled, oozing, gush. Why? Oh my God. Wait. This is why it's always, you always should practice your couple poems because, anything can happen. Let's start again.
Tighten up, man. Tighten up.
Okay. We are like this in real life. Okay, go ahead. We're going to start again. It's fire, y'all. I promise. It's real fire. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. It's 1:57 in the morning, and I'm craving something sweet. Damn, my sweet tooth acting up. See, I call him Sugar Daddy.
And I call her Sugar Mama.
Fulfilling his sweetest desires throughout life like a box of chocolates, you know exactly what you're about to get. Pink filled insides, oozing, gushing, ready to serve me upon your lips like a chocolate delicacy that you just don't let melt in your mouth or your hand. Allow me to melt everywhere, especially your nuts, so that you can get the payday you've been looking for, Mr. Good Bar, beating down my mounds with your Chico stick, ready to give me that good and plenty. I'll be your treat, as long as you're being my treat.
See, I'm over here looking hungry.
Mm-hmm.
So I ask you, why wait? You snicker. No need to doodle thoughts of me covering your cookies and my cream.
Mm-hmm.
No rookie, the way I grand slam your box like Babe Ruth, it'll have you going nuts. One king size built like the Three Musketeers, and this is all for one. You.
Mm-hmm.
And I got one for all, your hoes. Filling your cup with my peanut butter, you might have to change your name to Reese's. Needing you to break me off more than a little piece of your Kit Kat, because damn, you always been a convenient snack. And Lil Debbie was the hostess that told me you could suck the cream from my Twinkie.
Fuck a snack. I need a whole dessert. Or maybe it was Eatman's telling you how good my cakes taste. After nibbling on my donut hole, you receive a rush of sugar that was laid on thick. I'm returning the flavor. As I tease the tip of your lollipop, seeing how many licks it takes to suck the hardness from your blow pop. I'm a sucker, looking for an excuse to use my skills, demonstrating free examples of my variety of treats. And that's all we got for y'all, because I don't know the fucking
What is it? Lick the.
Ooh, baby.
Mrs. said, look, that's where we're going to end it right here. See, that's what it is, though, bro. You honest, and that's the thing. And I love it, though, because y'all is nasty. I ain't gonna look at enemies the same, Little Debbie's, none of that shit gonna look the same. I'm gonna be in the store, walking down the aisle. No, look, I know. No, listen, I know I did it. This is how y'all leaving me. I am like, because in Walmart, they put them shits right in the same aisle with the bread. And I gotta walk past that. Right. So every time I walk past, I'm be like, I wonder what the rest of it says.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
I had Jello, vanilla wafers coming, gingerbread, Dunkin' Hines,
we had hit all the desserts.
Yeah,
y'all ran it all the way down.
I was scheming.
That's my bad.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Everybody with that one.
It's so funny because we did. About a couple of months ago, we had to do another show for a friend. Probably back in May is when we had to do it, and I lost. I didn't even lose it. I cleared my phone out because it said I had no more storage, and I wasn't upgrading my phone. So the only thing to do was to erase the phone, set it back to factory. Now I thought I sent everything to my Google Drive.
That shit happened to me. Ugh.
And so, baby, you talking about works on top of works, misplaced. Luckily, I had my old phone. That's why you don't never throw your devices away.
Old
And
Faithful?
Old Faithful, and she had just what I needed in there. So, pray for us creatives who use devices and stop using pen and paper.
Yeah, I've gotten into the habit of still writing on pen and paper, like, because sometimes my phone may not be right there, and sometimes the paper ain't right there. So if I got it on paper, I put it in the phone, and or if I put it on the phone first, I'm putting it on paper.
Mm, yeah.
You
Mm-mm.
gotta force yourself to be in the habit of doing that. It's
Yes.
oh my gosh, I cannot wait to be able to see y'all again though in the flesh.
Yes.
So, you know,
We are definitely will connect with you. We are next year. We celebrate on July 6th, which is a Saturday. We are celebrating our 15-year anniversary, and we are planning to celebrate in a way where we can showcase our poetry, showcase our marriage, tell our story, invite all the people who have experienced us through poetry during that time to celebrate with us. So please stay tuned with that information. It will be a show, okay? It's a
oh, I'm
celebration.
trying to tell y'all, y'all just don't understand.
So
Whew.
y'all gonna get some of three things, even some pieces that you've probably never heard us even hear, in all different aspects of our relationship. So definitely stay tuned. Next year, July 2024, uh, we are coming with our own Pick and Cotton show. Yes.
Okay. So tell the good folks to how they can follow you. Anything you got up and coming before then. This your time to, brag on yourselves, tell everything you got going on.
So right now you can link up with us on Instagram and Facebook. On Instagram, individual Instagram together, and Facebook, we are Picking Cotton. That is PICNCOTTEN. You can find us there both on Instagram and Facebook. We both have individual pages. Mine is It's Cat. That's ITSCCATT, and King Cotton, just how it is on the screen, King Cotton for Mr. Cotton here. We don't have any Mr. Cotton here, right? I'm still in work mode. We don't have any shows coming up for the rest of this year that we've booked, but definitely we are
Not yet.
always not yet. We're always booking something sporadically. Someone's always asking us to pop up, so definitely stay tuned. Lock in with us on social media. You can always find us at an open mic. We do Taco Tuesdays down in Raleigh. We always are at City Soul at Terminal 8 on Wednesdays. And then we're also always been, going and visiting other open mics. I'm hoping to come down and see you in Concord and get on your mic as well.
Mhm.
Uh, so just check us out. We are out there
I
staying
look, look, look.
still.
I would really, really, really love for you to show up on September 30th. Oh my gosh.
September 30th.
That's a Saturday.
The
That's
Saturday.
that's the year of Shine Vibrations podcast. When I
Okay.
was when I was showing the pictures in the beginning, like when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go back to watch, you'll see the announcement I put
I
up
see a
there. So
screenshot of it, girl.
I would definitely want y'all there for that. Once I
Okay.
get the flyer together, that COVID bull kind of knocked me down a little bit. So I'm gonna get the flyer popping this weekend, and I'll start tagging and promoting. So
Okay,
get it
for
out
sure.
there early, get it out there early, so folks will be able to do their thing. So
Yes, because September in North Carolina, September, October, that's a fair, homecoming. Everybody is in some, and then some,
and
and
then
then,
some.
yeah,
Yes,
and then some. So definitely,
definitely.
definitely let us know. It has been a pleasure. Thank you for having us on your show. Thank you for remembering us. Thank you for remembering our energy and knowing the impact that we made on you. And I'm hoping that, we can share more of our experiences through poetry, sharing our voices to help other people grow their relationship. Why are you looking at me like that? What you guys say, Daddy?
I'm just looking at you talk.
He's
Yeah,
just
look,
looking
look.
at
See, look. He love looking at you talk, baby.
Why are you looking at me?
Look,
So you
look,
know,
I know that look. Okay, I knew exactly what he was doing because I have a friend that I definitely when he speak I'll be like,
mm, so we are definitely we want to give our insight, we want to give our not even more so expertise. We want to be able to share our experiences so that it may hopefully help someone that is in a struggling place.
that's right.
Every relationship is not the same, but as individuals, we are just here to communicate. And sometimes it's just a simple communication issue, y'all.
Look, look, just so y'all can see how good they just emit. Look at this. Look at them. Look at them. Look at this. You could. This ain't no faking. Ain't nothing lacking with them. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Like you can't help even when they're separate, even when they together. Like literally, you stand next to one, you just like, oh wow, and then you go stand next to the other one, you like, oh wow. And then when they together, you like, damn, okay, because that's exactly
You're
how it
not the
was.
first person to say
Because that's
that.
exactly and look, and that was 2015. Do you understand me? So
Yeah.
I saw that and I felt that then. So I can just imagine, like, oh my gosh. I just love to see when like people's energies just it's not so much mesh well, but y'all be like this and y'all hold each other up and steady. And I've noticed that with y'all. And anything that I do, I always reach out to those that's out here positively living against the negative narratives that people try to put out for us. Y'all have been so dope. Y'all are definitely, if ain't nobody telling y'all out here doing it for us, when they always want to say, oh, these folks is making us look bad, but y'all making us look great.
Thank you.
Okay. And I appreciate that. And definitely thank you for sharing about the ups and downs and the pitfalls because you know people like to brush that stuff under the rug, but you know it's real and really it only works when you have two people that really want to do the work because that's what they both said. They both separated, took accountability, and then they was like, okay, let's do this again. You know, it a lot of times where people end up messing up is where it's one wants it more than the other for whatever reason. And as long as it's always unbalanced like that, that's there's no real growth from that because eventually what happens? They end up breaking up and everything always ends up bad. And it shouldn't be like that, especially when you've taken the time to share the most intimate parts of yourself with someone. Some people just gotten to a point where they don't value that anymore. And y'all are definitely bringing that back.
Well,
Well,
we
thank you.
appreciate
We
that.
appreciate that. If I could just say my last remarks, I want people to be soft with themselves.
Mm,
Um, and know that we are all individually going through our own world and our own mind. Even though I am physically present here with you, I am sometimes mentally in my own mind. We are all in our own mind, walking around just being present, just being physical, not even present, just being physical. And if we just take time to be
mhm,
present with ourselves and really be present and see others and love ourselves how we want others. It all starts with self, and more
mm,
than anything. If we could take away that starts with self, and how we love and how we interpretate, and it just self. So if we always think about how we can operate out of love, um, I think we would all be able to see, okay, if I'm am I responding out of love? Am I responding out of hate? Am I responding out of anger? What am I responding out of this time? So just self, self, resolve self in the relationship.
yes. Self first law in life is self preservation.
That is it. And
Any
love.
words from the king? Cause
Um,
you've been really showing out tonight for the brothers. I appreciate you for that. I love black men are
uh,
present. You feel me?
Black men are
yeah, yeah,
present, and
yeah,
they are
yeah.
present in households with their
That's
kids.
right. With their children, okay?
With their kids. He
Um,
got five of them. He with his kids.
That's right.
um, if I could end with anything, it would be we've been doing a lot of speaking on loving and loving yourself. Um, I think we have to start grasping a realistic definition of what love is as well. Love is not something we can control,
That's
and
right.
against popular opinion, love doesn't control us.
That's right.
Love is a constant. Love is something you can involve yourself with or not involve yourself with, depending on how you feel about a person, place, or thing. But that doesn't change the love that's there. So it's a constant. We just choose to ignore it or be involved with it at whatever level we want to. So,
Mhm.
and that's just like loving yourself, but you have to be involved with that at the highest level. So when you start being involved with loving yourself at the highest level and being involved with love, loving everything, you realize loving everything else is easy. Like
Mhm.
it's just something that you just realize is natural because love is naturally there. It's not something you can create. It's not something you can tear down. You can just fall in and out of with love. It ain't even really with the person. It's with
It's the
love. Like
concept of love itself.
we don't have a full grasp that it's a constant thing. Love doesn't change. We just change how we feel about love.
Mhm.
Mm.
Woo, that brother is heavy. Do you feel me? Look, look, look. Look, look, look. Go on and give that man his props,
Like
sis. Go
I'm
on.
like
Look, look. Look,
I'm
look,
like
bro.
Yeah,
Ooh,
girl,
ooh.
you
like
know
I'm
that's
like
professor, okay?
no,
Easy.
All right, go.
don't
That's right. That's right.
don't do that. I'm like
Look,
shh.
look, look, look.
I'm I'm
Um,
a,
you
I'm a
see what?
humble
Look, wait, wait,
I'm a
wait. You
hum,
see what he wearing on his chest,
I'm a
right?
humble
We ain't
hermit.
got no bling around
I'm
here.
a
This
humble
the
hermit
bling.
that sits in my
Yeah,
corner.
look,
Sipping
look. You see, we don't. We
Right,
this the
right,
bling
right,
that we rock. You figure deals
right.
me. You feel me?
Protected. You know what I'm saying? Protected.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, oh yeah, shouts out to Copper Vibrations. You already know Greensboro, Manye, and Juma. That's who I rocks with. That's who stays laying me, who I always rock. And shout out to my big bro with the fresh moons, fresh clothing. That's Rule Jacobs, on Instagram, IG, go fresh yourself. Fresh wings, just everything fresh clothing. Anytime you see me tag them, follow them, it's live. I'm a big supporter of those who look like me, and this is how we create legacy for our own. So appreciate the king and queen blessing me tonight. And look, y'all gonna make my COVID go all the way away. Why? See, y'all done did it for me again.
Yeah, manifesting.
Manifest it.
Yes, so
Already
but
done.
yes, definitely looking forward to seeing you guys again. Thank y'all for tuning in and follow them. Make sure y'all get with them and stay in contact to be a part of everything that they're doing. Because as you see, you will not be disappointed. Y'all be safe out there. Peace, 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 and love, everyone. And be good
Bye.
to yourself. Do good and be good.